It is your midweek edition of the news in Africa and the world. We open today's edition in Mali, where the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has decided to lift the post-coup sanctions the bloc had put in application against Mali. In a statement on Tuesday, the leader said it has lifted the sanctions in order to support the handover to civilian rule. ECOWAS leaders have called on bilateral partners to resume support to Mali in a declaration signed by the current president of the regional organization, Nana Akufo-Addo, president of Ghana. With the nomination of yesterday's government, the West African bloc has chosen to support the transitional government as it estimates a fair amount of civilians were part of the newly designated 25 ministers. The bloc has, however, reminded they were still calling for the transitional liberation of all personnel arrested on the coup and for the dissolution of the CNSP that took power following the August 18 coup in which President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta was overthrown. In Ivory Coast, former rebel leader and ex-Prime Minister Guillaume Soro and 20 people are accused of conspiracy and attack against state security. The case, opened since December last year, has seen the arrest of 47 people. Richard Addo, a prosecutor in Abidjan, said, while 8 have been prosecuted for disturbing public order and spreading false news, 19 were dismissed. Soro and some of his relatives, such as his lawyer, former Minister Bamba Lamine, and his former communications officer who reside out of the country, are implicated. 2 of his brothers are in prison with other close collaborators at the time. Richard Addo reiterated that the investigations were based on wiretapping and searches, which led to the seizure of around 50 Kalashnikov assault rifles and rocket launchers. He added he was hopeful that the arrest warrant issued against Guillaume Soro would be executed by the French authorities. The Constitutional Council nullified the candidacy of Soro, a former ally of President Alassane Ouattara. Guillaume Soro, who lives in exile, has denied all charges posed against him. Still in Africa, senators in Ethiopia have ruled that federal officials should cut off contact with leaders of the northern Tigray region, which defied Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed last month by holding elections his government deemed illegal. The decision further increases tensions between Abiy and the Tigray People's Liberation Front, which dominated Ethiopian politics before Abiy came to power in 2018 and is still in command in Tigray. The House of Federation decided the federal government should sever any kind of relationship with the Tigray Regional State Assembly and the region's highest executive body, according to a statement held by the state-run broadcast house. All this comes after the Tigrayan leaders chose to unilaterally hold elections initially scheduled for August last month in defiance of the decision made back in March by the Federal Parliament's Electoral Commission to postpone national elections and extend office terms of both regional and national deputies beyond their initial October's end in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. The federal government will, however, continue to work with local institutions in northern Tigray to ensure that essential services remain available to the people of the region. The French National Assembly has voted to return key works of art to Benin and Senegal amid a wider debate over the restitution of artworks. 49 MPs in the lower house of parliament voted Tuesday night in favor of the bill, with none voting against, and it will now head to the Senate. Many have judged the move to be just a first step towards the rightful return of the numerous works of art to their country of origin. For others, this return is the tip of an iceberg that could lead to emptying of some of France's world-famous museums. The artifacts were looted by colonial forces and hauled back to Paris to be displayed in museums. The pieces include a royal throne and statues taken by the French army during a war in Benin, then the wealthy African kingdom of Dahomey, as well as a sabre once wielded by a 19th century Muslim sheikh in what is today Senegal. It is important to remember that French President Emmanuel Macron pledged shortly after his election in 2017 to look into the restitution of African cultural treasures, that which goes in line with Tuesday's proposals. The protest rocking Kyrgyzstan has led to the resignation of Prime Minister Kubatbek Boronov, which pushed the country's electoral body to cancel the result of Sunday's parliament election. Boronov has been replaced by Sadi Japarov, who protesters released from jail the day before. The new prime minister was elected during an extraordinary meeting in a hotel after protesters seized the parliament building protesting election results they say were rigged. Unrest over the vote left almost 700 wounded and 1 dead and appeared to be spreading to other parts of the country, raising concerns from Russia, which has a powerful influence in the ex-Soviet country crushed between China and Kazakhstan. President Jinbekov is still in power but has hinted that he is ready to stand down. While Russian authorities have beefed up security at their base outside the capital, the United States on her part called on all sides to refrain from violence and resolve the election dispute through peaceful means. And a Greek court has begun delivering a landmark verdict in the 5-year-long trial against the country's extreme right-wing Golden Dawn Party today, October 7th, with security tight and more than 15,000 people gathering in an anti-fascist rally outside. The court has been assessing 4 cases rolled into one, namely the fatal stabbing of Greek rap singer Pavlos Fazas, attacks on migrant fishermen, attacks on left-wing activists, and whether Golden Dawn was operating as a criminal organization. In total, 68 members of the party have been on trial, including 18 former lawmakers from the party that was founded in the 1980s as a neo-Nazi organization and rose to become Greece's third largest party in parliament during the country's decade-long financial crisis. Just 11 defendants were present in the courtroom, with the rest represented by their lawyers. Golden Dawn denies any direct link to the attacks and described the trial and charges brought against the party's leadership as an unprecedented conspiracy aimed at curbing its rise in popularity. Those were the essentials in Africa and the world. Thanks for watching. Do take care and stay safe.